a load of umbrellas up in the sky. If you listen carefully, you can probably hear the sound of the bells. The lower I get, the better the cobbles stand out at the bottom. Got a glimpse of all these coloured buildings. You've got the reds and the yellows and the blues. Well, hello. We are definitely not, hello. We are definitely not in the landscape. We are actually waiting for one of these little pretty aeroplanes to get ready to pick us up and take us on a little journey. But we're heading off for a little bit of, I think mainly street photography, but it's going to be a late one. By the time we get there, it's going to be midnight tonight.
There is a surprise that you don't know.
There is a surprise. This is actually a present for me for my birthday. 2 days ago, I turned 55. Someone surprised me with a trip on an aeroplane. We're on the move, gate 52. We've now got a gate to head to. The next stop is getting actually on the plane and getting to where we're supposed to be going to. Oh, fingers crossed. We won't be too late. So we made it. My trip, it was good. Short. I didn't even get to go to sleep. We've actually landed. We're on the other side of the sea. And I still haven't told you where you are. We're in Ireland. We've come and gone and landed in Ireland. That was the plan. It wasn't crash landed. See you when we get outside because it's a bit hectic in here and it's late. And we need to find a coach to get us to our accommodation. So yeah, speak to you in a bit. Right, so we're getting our coach. We've got our ticket, 20 euros for the two of us. This is going to take us within about 500 yards of the place we're stopping. So it makes it easier to get there. So we want Dublin City Express. So we're now on foot for the last half a mile to walk to the accommodation. And we're actually stopping in the student accommodation of all places. I'm a student, 55 years old, and I get to stop in the student accommodation. This is actually quite an easy one for me because I've actually worked out the route and I worked out the walking path. So yeah, I'm quite relaxed and chilled out. Seen some amazing bridges on the way down here. We come along the river. I think that's where I want to end up tomorrow night, along the river, shooting some long exposures of the lights because they look pretty stunning and there's some really nice bridges. And I might even give a Guinness a go. Tonight, let's get to this accommodation, let's get settled in and get a good night's sleep. Good morning. It's definitely morning. I better get up. Brush me gnashers and yeah, get in the shower. Not a bad shower. Time to get some clothes on and get off out. And it's relatively early still. Yeah, 7:15. That's what happens this time of year, isn't it? Middle of June. The sun comes up before you even go to bed. Right, I need to go and get some hot water. The only thing with this little accommodation, it's really student accommodation, there's no kettle or anything like that in here, so kettle's in the reception, so I'm going to go and get some hot water, because I'm desperately needing coffee before I do anything. That is a definite no-no for me, having to go to reception to get hot water, but at least we've got hot water. Right, coffee, and let's get out on the street. Let's have a look and see what Dublin's got to offer. Oh, ready for this. All right, before we actually leave, I've got my little bag. I've got my low pro sports bag. So I've got one camera, I've got a wide angle lens, and I've got the 18, or is it 16 to 80, the standard, on the XT4. So I'm not going anything too clever and mad. So yeah, I need to get my maps going. And I've done a bit of a research for what to have a look at in Dublin. I've got a map with a route, and the first part of the route is about 5 kilometres, and then the second part of the route is about 9 kilometres. So expect a good long walk today, and maybe a couple of videos out of it. And what I've done is I actually plotted a route all the way around Dublin, starting off to where we are now, and then we're going to follow this path up to first port of call, looks like St Patrick's Cathedral, then we're going to head on down. So you can see my little route on the map. So I'm going to end up Riverside, somewhere near Halfpenny Bridge, and then I'll start on route number 2. But come on, it's a long walk. How are we doing? Good night's sleep?
Yeah, I did. Did you?
I did sleep okay. Well,
surprisingly for a student
for about 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Look, we've got a distillery right outside, so if you're a drinker, perfect.
8 o'clock in the morning.
It's going to be one of these places where I take lots and lots of photographs because I'm already loving the graffiti that's on the walls. And we've just been into a church that looked pretty cool, and we've seen a rather wicked building as well, pub that's all been painted up. So for me, this really floats my boat, and I do like the old Guinness sign as well. So I'm going to try and get the Guinness and the graffiti on the wall because I think that just looks smart, and I'm going to try some different angles as well to make it interesting. Pedal power. they're affordable to have them for a couple of hours, and we might have a couple of bikes and get around the distance on a bike. And I've just noticed down there as well, I don't know if you can see it in the background, there's a green postbox. We're in Ireland. It's not going to be red, is it? It's got to be green. It works out at €350. So yeah, for the whole day we think, which is absolutely astonishingly cheap. But we're a bit unsure because we don't know quite where we're going, and we're on foot and we've got the cameras and that. Right, we're here. This is the gardens that we come to the first stop, and I don't know if there's going to be any photographs here, but we're just having a look around really. Back in the town now, and one of the places I wanted to come to and have a little bit of a nose was this one that's in front of us. Basically a load of umbrellas up in the sky. We might try coming back here later on this evening because I think they might be illuminated, or it might be quite light for it. It's going to be really busy, so we'll get a quick shot of it now and then we'll carry on moving on. But yeah, an interesting one. So I've had the camera out in a few different directions, and those umbrellas are lit up at night. So we'll make a plan of heading back this direction later on. It's going to be busy and bustly, but you know, that's the plan, to actually try and get a few snaps of things that are a little bit interesting. But I do like them umbrellas. I've got a couple of shots, and I think I've actually nailed an absolute winner from the conditions I've got. The problem is that lorry, it's spoiling. There's some barrels around here as well. I'd like to use the barrels, but yeah, it's just getting that angle on it. But I think I've got one that I think is quite unique. Walking along here, I was looking at a few videos as I was coming to, well, obviously doing a bit of research, and I saw this guy take a picture and I thought, oh wow, how cool is that? So I've just been messing with my phone with Miss Marta here against this window. This window has got a beautiful shiny reflection, and I've had the camera right up against the actual window so that I can see down the glass, and then what I'm doing is I'm waiting for something to happen. And the beauty is we've got trams that are coming down this way and buses, so I'm just waiting for a tram to come past and doing some longer exposures, some quick exposures, just to try and get a bit of colour of Dublin, colour of Ireland, and the trams and everything. It just looks really cool. And us being silly on the camera as well on our phones also pretty awesome. Spotted some pretty cool tram lines. Behind this coach they snake out as an S, and this way it snakes round from the left hand side. So what I'm going to do is hang around here, get my camera in a vertical position, and I'm going to drop it down really low as the tram comes along. Yeah, hopefully catch a shot. You can see now, if I move this way, see where the coach is going behind me. You can see where it's snaking round. Should be pretty good for a shot, that. Two trams at the same time, not ideal. We've got two lovely looking cake, two lovely looking coffees. So that's the plan, get these down, let's carry on the journey around. Hope you're enjoying it. It's a bit random, isn't it? Just stopping and starting in places. A bit like our Milan trip, where you just randomly turn up at different locations and just have a look around really, and exploring and taking in the cities and the sounds and the sights. Let's get this bit of substance in us.
What do you think about Dublin up till now?
It's all right, it's pretty good, isn't it? It's all right, but I need
Well,
this.
so
I need
friendly.
need this coffee. They are friendly so far,
Very
yeah,
friendly.
friendly.
Very
Right,
open.
coffee. So we've just come down the street heading towards Dublin Castle. Got a glimpse of all these coloured buildings. You've got the reds and the yellows and the blues and greens. And I thought it made quite a nice, interesting looking colour, quite a nice, interesting photo. But seeing if I can get an angle on it, it looked quite good. So I'm going to have a look and see if I can shoot sort of through these trees and get these trees covering up the sky. And then I've got all the coloured buildings and this old doorway on the side there. You can just about see the bridge as well. I think that's probably going to work quite well. building here. Again, there's lots of billboards and stuff around, you know, which all takes away from all the actual prettiness. And there's workings going on, there's cranes and all sorts. Cool to see, cool to visit. Inside the castle walls now, it looks like a very modern building, doesn't it really? I've just taken a picture of the clock tower, and by getting down really low on the cobbles, the lower I get, the better the cobbles stood out at the bottom. Instead of getting a standard shot, looking at it and just taking a picture of it, trying to get something that looks a little bit different, so definitely getting down low makes all the difference. Making our way out the castle. Just again, like I said, shooting a little bit different. Whenever you go to these places, yeah, you're getting the same shot as everyone else. Get down really low, get into a corner, get somewhere different. Use the cobbles, use the drain covers, use the walls, the lines, the footpath, and you'll always come away with something a little bit different. So if you listen carefully, you can probably hear the sound of the bells. We're actually very close to, it's not a cathedral, it's a church. And then right next to it, we've got Dublin which is this place just here. This is actually medieval and Vikingish, I think. So we're gonna have a little walk over there, and I want to try and see if I can actually just get a picture of this, a whole record shot. So I might get over onto the island in the middle, over on the middle of the road, try and get a shot actually looking down through the arch. It's not gonna be the most interesting thing. You've got all the town and the traffic and the street and everything, but when all the traffic lights change, at least we get a break in the actual vehicles and light now, and I might be able to get a shot, a wide shot of the building, blue sky, maybe even turn it black and white. Come off the main road, we're heading back down the back street, and we're heading toward Guinness Storehouse, the land of Guinness. So if you want to see me possibly trying a pint of Guinness, I don't know, you're going to have to tune in next time, because I'm going to end the video now. So you need to come and have a see what we're going to get up to for the rest of the afternoon. Ooh, as long as I don't get run over because I'm in the middle of the road. So yeah, tune in next time and you'll see some more photographs in and around Dublin. Oh, we just turned down another road. It's even dingier. Oh, and I can see the Guinness sign at the end of the road. So this is definitely a good place to end. Don't forget to join us next time, because it's going to be Guinness
time.
Quite possibly. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if this has been of any interest to you or help in any way, then do let me know in the comments, because I'm always interested to know. But I'm definitely going to stop here, because I've got the start of the train lines, and these train lines are actually, looks like something that works for the Guinness distillery. So we're definitely stopping here, and we're going to start the next one from this actual location. So like and subscribe, give us that thumbs up. We'll see you next time. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.